The opening ceremony for the 2024 Paralympics is set to take place in Paris tomorrow, and one woman will be making history at the Games. Sarah Adam will become the first woman to represent Team USA at the Paralympics in wheelchair rugby. It's a physical sport that has been dominated by males. However, Sarah Adam will be in the spotlight when the competition gets underway. We're pleased to be joined by Paralympian Sarah Adam right now, and you're in Paris for the Paralympic Games. The wheelchair rugby prelims begin on Thursday. How are you feeling just a couple days out from competition?
Really excited. I'm being in the village for the first time, being in Paris. The games are about ready to start. We're just excited to get on the court and play.
Yeah, I could only imagine. You've also described your sport as full-speed bumper cars. I need some explanation on that. How would you explain wheelchair rugby for folks who haven't watched the sport yet?
Yeah, we're the only full contact sport in the Paralympics. So it is high speed, full contact, going in there trying to beat each other up, flip each other over in the chairs. So it's 4-on-4 on a basketball court, object of the game to score from one end of the court to the other. But that whole time you got people coming in and hitting you and trying to steal that ball off your lap.
Whew, just watching this video right here is making me tired when you have to, obviously operate the wheelchair and you're being physical as well out there. The wheelchair rugby is a mixed event at the Paralympics, meaning men and women compete on the same team. What's that experience been like preparing with your teammates?
It's been great. My teammates from the beginning have really embraced me. I've been working hard to earn a spot on this team and make sure that I'm seen as an athlete first, but absolutely an honor to be named as the first female to compete for Team USA in wheelchair rugby at a Paralympic Games. And particularly right now with the women in sports movement just growing and females finally getting some spotlights. And an honor to be a part of that, but just excited to be another teammate out on that court.
What's that dynamic been like for you being the only woman out there and being surrounded by men in this sport?
I grew up playing sports with my brother, who's a year older, so pretty used to being around guys and playing with guys. And then my teammates have, they basically become older brothers for me and a little protective out there. But there's some adjustments, obviously being a little bit smaller than some of the male counterparts. You got to use my brain, be a little smarter. But that's the fun part of the game for me is that there's not only a lot of physicality and hitting, but some strategy involved and thinking 3 steps ahead, more like a chess match. And that's the game that I play is a little more strategic.
Yeah, the guys are protective, but obviously you can hold your own as well. You started playing competitively in 2019. How has this sport impacted your life?
Tremendously. I think, adaptive sports has been really powerful for a lot of people, and I'm no different. So, when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2016, trying to find a way to reconnect with my identity as an elite athlete playing sports, when I was growing up, and being able to do that at the elite level as an adult is truly an honor, and to be able to compete for Team USA and have USA across your chest is been phenomenal.
What sparked your interest in the sport? How did you get started?
Kind of an interesting introduction. So I was going down to school in St. Louis for occupational therapy and wanted to combine my love of OT with my love for sports, and got involved in adaptive sports, and wheelchair rugby was a great fit. I not only liked the physicality, but the strategy, as I said, and wanted to be a coach, and then ended up being diagnosed with MS when I was in grad school, and still then never thought that I'd end up being a player. But life took a couple turns. My MS made it difficult for me mobility wise and functional ability wise, to where I was able to class into the sport in 2019, and now I'm an athlete. So kind of introduced as an able-bodied volunteer, and here I am as an athlete competing.
No, when you're not playing wheelchair rugby, you're an assistant professor at St. Louis University. How have you been able to balance both competing and teaching?
Yeah, I'm a proud Billiken. I've been teaching for 3 years, and SLU has been phenomenal in supporting me in my journey to achieve being a Paralympic athlete. As occupational therapists, that's really what we do, is help people re-engage in their meaningful activities. So the students are back home. They're throwing a watch party and cheering us on from back home, and excited to see them rallying around us, really.
Right before we go, your official team bio for Team USA on the website says that your hobbies are hosting game nights with family and friends. How would you describe those game nights in one word?
Oh, competitive through and through. I got a couple teammates in St. Louis that come along. So yeah, no different than being on the court.
I had a feeling that would be the word because you're in the Olympics. So obviously no other word to describe it. Sarah Adam with us here on SportsCenter. Best of luck in Paris. Thanks so much.
Thank you.